Wait, what? Nothing? Nothing? Oh, hold on, folks. Hold on, hold on. First of all, roll tide. No shout out to the GOAT, Nick Saban. Yeah, I want to say something to my boys, Richard Young, Malachi Moore, Quay Russo, Cole. Get better, we ride with you. And yo, for all the 5-star, which camera is? For all the 5 stars, 4 stars, you want to keep being stars. You know, you want to play football, do your best, and not have your coach throwing you up under the bus. Go see my folks over there at 920 Paul W. Bryant Drive. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You tired of your coach patting you on the back in the locker room, then throwing you up under the ESPN bus, under Fox Sports 1 bus, you know? If you tired of that kind of stuff, go see my boys, 920 Paul W. Bryant, Tuscaloosa. You know what I'm talking about. Roll Tide. Folks, wait a minute. I don't need this thing anymore. The time has come. I knew this moment would get here. I thought this moment would be after Kalen DeBoer wins about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 national championships. I knew somebody would have to tap out, but I don't know why they tapped out exactly. But I knew this day would come when you know somebody for over 30 years, you kind of know when people get to their point. Now, you know, the door is always open, but I don't know what it was. Could it have been It's Me? How you doing, It's Me? This may be your fault, It's Me. You're always holding up the 5. But based on what I experienced in the last week, It's Me, I'm about 80% on this 5 right now. 80% is holding up this 5 right now. This 5 represents Coach Hugh Freeze and his merry band of men having yet again another sub 500 season. I should say 500 or less. So yeah, the great duo of SEC football is, I say, have broken apart. I'm here. I'm giving you what you want. I'm here. I've been battling like this since I lost 3 in a row in high school, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. After the Van Tiffin, 3 losses, took a lot of heat for 3 years at my Alabama high school. So I've been there. I know it's a lot of pressure, but I stand on mine. Tide gonna roll. I got every explanation that I can have to support this football program, this sports program, and this football dynasty, I should say. I like it. I like it a lot. But somebody done tapped out. Yeah, I can't drag nobody to the camera. It's over with. But I'm still gonna do me. I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna roll Tide. I'm gonna support Kalen DeBoer. And I have my own feelings. Now, I just imagine, what if Bottles and James or Ernest and James, really the same people? I don't know if you go look it up. What if they just say, you know what? I ain't making no doggone putting no cheap wine in with a little malt liquor and call it a wine cooler or whatever they did to make that stuff up. It's great. It's the same wine they sell over here. They took it and put a little bitty itty bitty bottles, and women love it. What if they just called it quit? Huh? What if they just called? What if Martin didn't have Cole or Tommy? Whatever. You know? I think about the great duos of our time, Nino Brown and not him. not him. What's his name? What if Wally didn't have the beef? You know, I would be Wally in this situation since I represent the big brother of the state. Auburn would be Beaver. My apologies, Beaver. I don't want to insult you by calling you Auburn University, but you get my picture. You know, you got to stick in there sometime when it gets tough. This was going to be one of the greatest segments of our time. And it's still open. If there's somebody who is willing to support that Cal College on the east side of the state, holler at your boy. We'll put parameters in place. I don't know you. You don't know me. I don't feel like getting jugged at the 7-Eleven or at Walmart. We set up some new rules and we can have Iron Bowl debates because I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here standing on the truth. Alabama is greater than the other college in everything but basketball. And we this close in basketball. I mean, what do you want me to say? It's me. He said, hey, tight, work the first time. Yeah, He said, we need to deep dive into how we got some of these planes to put out their fires. Yeah. I mean, what's the hottest fire you can have? A phosphorus napalm drop going on in East Alabama right now. Right up under Hugh Freeze's hole, everything he walk on. He's just walking and fires are just setting. I mean, he's walking up to Atlanta and fires are it's a trail up I-85. That man is flaming. He's on fire. You better be careful with that flaming stuff. But anyway, he's on fire. Hugh Freeze is a mess. And I think with all the great golf, he actually told people to leave him alone about playing golf. I don't know who he's talking to. He don't seem like an SEC coach. I don't know how he got back into this thing after going through what he went through, but this guy is leading this school astray. I just don't see this work. When you got this kind of chaos, we don't know how we should be recruiting, so we're not signing any good recruits. Well, what are you saying about the 9 people on your list? I think one of them was a 5-star. I'm confused. So I stay confused about it. But the Tide gonna be all right. What else this me got? He said, can't get no Mexican food at Auburn anymore. What? Dude, what we gonna do? No, man, it was a wonderful place there, Laredo's. Yeah, Laredo's, I think they still there. If they not, it's a travesty. They probably moved to Tuscaloosa. Me and my wife love Laredo's. Matter of fact, was it Laredo? Yeah. It was inside Laredo's, but I found out I was going to be a father. Love Laredo. That's right. Good to see you. Hey, PhD, what's going on? Good to see you. Show up. I'm going to be here. I'm going to stand on mine. Win, lose, or draw. We lost to Vanderbilt. I should have shut the channel down that day. What did I do? I was sitting right there from the opening whistle to the last pathetic whistle. I wish we could have had 30 more minutes. We won that game, but we did. I was right here. I was right here when we lost to Vanderbilt. When was the last loss to Vanderbilt? Was I even born in? Maybe I was 6, 7. I don't know, but I was here. I can take it. Going forward, I will be starting my live podcast, my live view of the game. It will be happening around like the fourth quarter of the game because I got other stuff to do. But I was here for the Vanderbilt loss. And I sat here as I watched Jackson Arnold in Oklahoma eviscerate my team. I stayed right here. I stayed right here in the pocket. I was right here to answer any critiques. I was here for the Iron Bowl debates so people could laugh and hee ha 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 ha. Even though you coming from a trash program that you support, I'm here. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what it was. I always, maybe it's the fact that DeBoer is just not the complete utter failure. The Husky Harsin that he has been called so many times by my compadre on Iron Bowl debates. Oh, he can't recruit down here. He don't know how to maneuver around here. He's not going to be able to get any players. All them 5-stars are going to mess with him. Look, we win the state. They don't want to play for Husky Harsin. Wrong. I tell you who they don't want to play for. I'll tell you who they don't want to play for. I'll tell you who the few in-state kids that have national notoriety, I tell you where they're not going. You go look at the list for that. Go to On3, go to 24/7, go to Rivals, pay and look at ESPN list. I tell you where they're not going. They're going everywhere but East Central Alabama. And I ain't talking about Southern Union. You may have something because of their grades. They may have to go to Southern Union, get a couple classes together, but then they're going to transfer elsewhere. They're going to get the heck out of Lee County. You hear me? That's why they're not going. Who else we got in here? They saying hello to each other. Hey, it's me. Ice Red. What? I pray. Oh, gosh. I pray you're talking about like the snowman or somebody. Ice Red. Oh, God. Oh, I think I saw the video there. Oh, it's nationwide. You know what I'm saying? It's nationwide. It's nationwide. And hey, man, I just hope they don't hurt nobody. Everybody can get where they supposed to be. And I know right now who's supposed to be right there. Or is it right there? Right there. And they're not there. Huh? They're not there. They're not there. I don't know. It's like everything's been, I'm going to tell you when this whole program over there fell apart. People say when Gene Chizik, no, Gene Chizik turned out to be a miscalculator of talent. This man fell apart. This school fell apart when the great Cam Newton left. Yep. Off the line, whatever you want to call it, blah, blah, blah. I think what Paul Feinbaum said that Cam Newton was the worst person Urban Meyer ever coached. That sounds crazy because he left so quickly, ended up with a national championship Heisman Trophy, one of the greatest Iron Bowl wins in the history, one of the greatest runs I've seen in an individual from a quarterback standpoint since Tommy Touchdown Frazier and some other people. But to be that dominant from a quarterback position, no matter what defense you played against, truly amazing. I say it right now. Greatest football player, not of my lifetime, but I ever heard of or read about, Cam Newton. When you have that much greatness sucked out of your program and you don't immediately try to get every other quarterback that's like Cam Newton to come to your school and dominate, you just wasted that. You just wasted a whole bunch of momentum. They never did. Nick Frazier did his thing now, but it wasn't no Cam Newton. And there were other Cam Newtons. To be honest, Chizik should still be there. Somebody that's doing the work of Gus should be there. And they should have been in Texas getting Jalen Milroe. But they didn't. They just said, we don't want to do this no more. What you spelling out there? B-A-M-A, Bama. What do you think is the heart of the issues at AU? They never followed up. They never tried to follow up. They made too many changes. Gene Chizik made a lot of changes to their team that didn't flow with what they had been doing. He tried to go from a finesse game to a power game or vice versa, and it fell apart and never built back up. I just don't understand. You don't understand, it's me. My mind is hurting, not my heart, but my mind is hurting today because I don't understand. What if Bubba didn't talk to the old man? Well, they related, so in the same household, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? Does the water cooler talk to the podcast? I mean, what are these great programs out here just separated? But no apparent Crane and Company. What if his brother just said, man, I don't want to do this no more because you broke my Legos in 72. Don't make no sense. I don't have a rational reason to tell you why I don't have anybody debate on Iron Bowl debate, but I'm going to be here and I'm not going to keep y'all long. Let's see. It's me say tight. That program was bad before Cam showed. Yeah. Well, you remember for whatever reason, they had those undefeated seasons, those 1-win seasons, but they always had some kind of probationary something. Remember Terry Bowden had the really good team and they said, no, all y'all stuff don't count. And actually they got hosed one year. I think they were undefeated, but like the New York Times or the New York Times gave them a national championship and they probably should have played for a national championship. But, you know, they didn't garner that. They didn't garner that respect, just to be honest. They just don't garner that same respect. Every time in history where you saw that Alabama, oh, you gave them a break. Yeah, we got a break. We got a break because we had 14, 15 national championships. And they said, well, and they got a big crowd. They make a lot of money. Let's bring them on in here, make some more money off of them. So it's just inconsistencies. I don't know. They don't garner the same mistake, the same respect or have the mystique as a program like Alabama. Just, no different than maybe Indiana made the playoffs, but so did Notre Dame. Indiana got to double down about at least 10 times in a row before people in Indiana be like, man, I think I'm sending my boy to Indiana. Because, but Notre Dame, the way it's set up, especially, Notre Dame lose less than 10 games, they're going to be in the playoffs. So it's kind of like that. They got to get consistent in what they're doing. It's me say he's never seen a program money can't fix. Hey, man. The man selling all the building materials in the world, and he's still, Yellowwood is just down there just chunking money. He might well just sit in the house and throw it in the fire. Just throw it in the fire. Anyway. Like I said, I wasn't gonna hold y'all long. I can't believe we got to this point so soon. I thought it would be after we got $1 million contract from Barstool, or maybe Mr. Beast would have put us to some kind of challenge, made me and DC sit on a barge and debate for 72 hours straight with only a tent and one sleeping bag or something like that. Maybe I thought it would fall apart over something like that. Maybe we make $3 million a piece and we get kind of snooty and brand new. And then he act like he don't know me, and I'm like I don't know him. We will fall, but we falling. This show is falling apart for free, and that's crazy. This is the hottest thing in the SEC, bar none. That's why I am committed. If you know of somebody, even if they want to call me on the phone, that want to tell me what's wrong with Auburn, they can bring it right here, and we can set up a whole new format, and all the Auburn fans can call me with nonviolent intentions. We can have a discussion. It won't be like the old discussions, because I know that man. I know that man's mother. I don't know y'all. We can have a discussion about PhD. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I know I'm gonna have to go climb and get up on your couch and see if I can get my head right. I gotta recover from this. But I do want to introduce, I got a brand new segment that's going to be coming out maybe in a week or so. I thought about starting tomorrow, but I'm not sure it's going to be a Thursday show. I'm thinking about doing it on Wednesday. I think it's going to be called What They Say. What They Say? It's going to be What They Say. Because there's a lot of people saying stuff, and it's not necessarily about Alabama, but it impacts Alabama in a lot of cases. So they give me a chance to reach out around the savannah. The savannah is where elephants live in Africa. Anyway, I reach around and look around the savannah and see what's going on that's affecting the herd. So around the herd will be more specifically about Alabama. What they say will be about college sports in general, mostly college football. I don't think I'll talk about the NFL because my Pittsburgh Steelers, oh my gosh, that's just another headache. Let's see. Where's recruiting? I have been so distraught. I have been so distraught and disillusioned. And what's another big word that means I'm losing my mind, because I just couldn't focus on the greatest recruiting class of Kalen DeBoer's Alabama career. I mean, it's looking sweet. We still may be in play for one a 5-star, which would be ridiculous. But they say he might put it off. But even if he gets another 4-star, it's still a good likelihood that, I don't know, 12 of the 4 stars we got can end up as 5 stars. Well, 25% of the 4 stars we have could end up as 5 stars by spring. They got a whole nother season to play. Meanwhile, I think Hugh Freeze just playing regular recreational golf. I think he's qualified for the U.S. Open. I want to applaud that. Good job, Hugh Freeze. Good to know where your priorities are. If you're not an Alabama fan and you hear this, put it in the chat when you see this, you watch this later. You're not an Auburn fan, you're not an Alabama fan. What team deserves to lose every conference game this year? I would normally not even say this. It got to be the person who ain't focused. He got Nick Saban played golf in the off season not during the season, but he played a lot of golf in the off season enough because he went to all these charity events, coaches events. He was playing over in the middle of Georgia all the time. That's where a friend of mine say he saw all these coaches get together and play. But this dude logging all these rounds doing recruiting when all you got to do pretty much is not only just tell them how you're going to use them in the offense or tell them when they're going to be able to play. You just got to let them know, what kind of truck you're going to get for his daddy, or let's see, or how soon their mother can retire from their job. That's all you got to do. Let them know. But anyway, he want to play. That's fine. I will be on water cooler talk. They're going to still have me. So obviously, the whole Auburn Nation has not turned on me. Not yet. But I'll be over there in about 7 p.m. Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. What's going on, Sharp? You see, I'm on by myself, Sharp. It's me. It may be Sharp. Sharp, did you say something that made DC just say I'm not gonna come on that show and support that wretched team? Didn't you say something like that? I'm not sure because it wasn't me. That show last week was crazy. 2 hours long, 1 hour and 19 minutes too long. I don't know what happened. I'm open to reconciliation. Hey, if Palestine, Israel, and Russia and Ukraine can talk, I know good and well my friend over there, DC, and I can talk. Roll Tide to you, Brother Sharp. We may put it back together, but for now, the truck is run off the road. Freeze knows how he's going to get paid. He's out and going to get paid. I when is he going? The only question is, yeah, that was funny, Sharp. The only question is how long will it take for the auditors at Auburn University to discover all the illicit 900 numbers this man been calling? How many secret Snapchats and what do you call that thing? How he's been accessing the what do you call those things? All those profiles of them people that's making money by making peanut butter and jelly sandwich with their feet. OnlyFans. How many OnlyFans has Auburn University paid for that they don't know about yet? They probably got them under some foreign exchange student named Free Who. Yeah, Free Who. That's his that's his secret name. When they uncover the fact that this man allegedly spent hundreds of thousands on OnlyFans and charged it all to the category of ICE under the Auburn University athletic program income statement. Anyway, that's all I got, y'all. I had to come in here and just say I'm here. Hey, yes, I'm here. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna roll Tide. I'm gonna Crimson Tide. I'm a Paul Bear Bryant. I'm gonna Nick Saban, and I'm gonna Kalen DeBoer until the Lord call me home. And always remember, roll Tide, roll, y'all.